Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. You know what it is. It's First Formation Morning Sports Talk. It's me, your boy Trey. We should have Bishop and Ron from the Speakeasy joining us this morning. If not, I got it for a second. So come on and fall in with us. It's Friday. Some of y'all ain't got no job. Y'all ain't got nothing to do but sit up and rock with us this morning. So come on, get in this formation high speeds. Let's talk about it. Couple things in sports last night. So yeah, let's get it. I'll give y'all a chance to get to the mic, get to your specialty your viewing pleasures, whether it be your phone, whether it be your iPad. If you got the monitor, however you do it, just do it. Come holler at me. So come on, fall in as we get ready to get started this morning. I'll give y'all a couple of seconds. Yes, yes, yes. Few more minutes. Few more minutes. Holla, holla. Let me see where we're going to start off this morning. So we'll start off like this. So, as we know it, sports is a wide variety and a diverse genre in life, I could say, or even in entertainment. So some people pick other um, arrays of situations to develop how they entertain people, which is no different, of course. So, but sports is widespread. So you have some individuals that basically are able to play sports, but sports isn't their profession. You got entertainers, rappers, singers. I'm very sure some people that's probably sitting in your office right now or next to you at one point used to get it in, whether it was basketball, football, it was just a baller or case like that. No difference in and we've had a different array of people who have at some point who have entertained us in a different sense, such as the masterpiece, um, let's say the Quavos, you know, saying they live out those through different aspects. But there's only a few that get paid for doing it. One of the few currently now is J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, J. Cole. J. Cole has signs with the Canadian um, Elite Basketball League, in which he is now signed to the Scarborough Shooting Stars. Now, the last time J. Cole played, he played in the BAL or Basketball Africa League, in which it was met with a intense amount of scrutiny from one particular player, that being Terrell Stoggins. Now, Stoggins. So when I first start checking on this and hearing about this, I had to take a little deep dive into it to see what it was exactly. Upon further investigation, I guess you could say, or researching, I found that Terrell Stoggins actually didn't have a problem necessarily with J. And the problem that he had was the simple fact that J. Cole was over playing in the BAL, and he felt like it was based off of who J. Cole was as an artist and his ability to draw in people, or for the most part, to where his counterparts who train, eat, sleep basketball all day, at least one person was out of job because J. Cole was on the court. When you look at it, J. Cole he played in 3 games only because he had to exit, he had to leave the tournament to go home. But at the end state was he only had maybe 5 points, which means he averaged about 1 point. It was Stoggins felt like that was a slap in the face of he felt that was a slap in the face of his craft. So in any case, does that become a slap in the face? Is it a situation where you see where a person could see it as Why is this going on? Oh, there goes one of my corner parts right there. What's good, Bishop? How you doing this morning, sir?
What's up, man? WGO, how y'all doing on this Friday, man? My bad. My wife was talking to me, so I just got back from the gym, so I had to go to the gym late because she had to work last night, so I just got back.
Are y'all in summer yet down over around those parts?
Huh?
The kids in summer yet around those parts?
What do you mean? Like out of
Summer.
school?
Yeah.
Not yet. I think. Well, Sid isn't. Sid doesn't get out of school until the second.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, they just the summer started yesterday here.
Oh, okay.
So I was just going in and telling them about the J. Cole situation, where of course
J.
he's been,
Cole.
yeah, yeah, you know he got signed to a Canadian a team in Canada, the Canadian
No,
the Canada's Scarborough shooting stars in the Canadian Elite Basketball League,
that's right.
but
J. Cole's supposed to be able to play some ball, huh?
yeah, but so he was also earlier in the year or sometime last year or year before he signed with the team in the BAL, the Basketball Africa League, and but it didn't go too well. He only played 3 games. He had to leave because it was a family emergency. But in those 3 games, he only scored 5 points, in which one of the top players over there in that league had a little quarrel with it because he said basically J. Cole was taking up a position for someone who probably deserved it, and he and due to
And
his
they felt
stature,
like J. Cole didn't deserve it.
yeah, he felt like he didn't deserve it.
Oh wow.
So it's like he only averaged a 1 point, and he's like he
How
knew
do you
people
average
who
1 point in basketball?
because he only played 3 games, only had 5 points.
Oh, that's crazy.
So yeah, so he felt a certain type of way about it. He basically said that he understand the aspects of having him there, but again, he didn't agree with that aspect additionally as well because he's like it's
Hmm.
people who's given their life to basically play this game,
Hmm.
and instant was they was that he had J. Cole wasn't really uh into it because like he was already a millionaire. He's a multi-center artist. Like, why are you
Hmm.
here? It
Hmm.
was an aspect, you know. So where you so that was basically that. So that's what I had just laid out with. Additionally, the TBT, everyone knows it's the basketball tournament, which is known widely. It's been around for about 4 or 5 years now, maybe 6 years. Um, they're looking to play this year I think July. They're going to play a preliminary round at Rucker Park. So the beloved, famed Rucker Park is going to be hosting a TBT preliminary round as the winners from that round will go into the quarterfinal rounds, which they will be playing at Dayton at Dayton University or University of Dayton.
Okay.
So you know, say looking good, looking good. So last night's game,
As I stated,
last night's game.
different story when you got when
When your
all the
starter,
cats
when you
is in
get
the
two,
building.
you get your starters back, not just
Yes,
a
sir.
contributor, your
Yes,
starters.
sir. And y'all
So
see Marcus Smart
goes
put
off.
put somebody on put old boy on skate. Put him on skates. I didn't even get to watch the game. I just seen the previews.
So of course I didn't even watch it either. I had to catch up on it when I got home yesterday from work. So of course, like he said, Boston Celtics were in Miami as the Miami Heat hosted them for the second game of the second game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, woo, 127 to 102. What can we say? 25 points. We got three blowouts.
Thrashing. We could say that.
3 blowouts in the first round, the first 3 games of the conference playoffs. I don't know what to say about that. 3 blowouts in the first round, like there's no clear cut person that's just leading the pack of yet. Well, we don't know yet because we might get a second blowout in Golden State to where we can probably assume like this is going to be a long series for Dallas. But
Hmm.
in any case, 127, 102 from Miami. Miami was led, of course, by Jimmy Butler's 29.6 rebounds, 3 assists. Followed up by Gabe Vincent and Victor Oladipo's 14 points apiece, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Vincent, 1 rebound, 1 assist for Oladipo, 11 points from Tyler Hero. But that's kind of where it ended. PJ Tucker, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist as he exited the game with a knee injury. They're doing an MRI this morning. Bam Adebayo and Max Struss, both 6 points apiece, 2 rebounds, two assists, 9 rebounds for Bam, two assists, 5 rebounds for Max.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's kind of where it ended. 6 points from Duncan Robinson in 14 minutes of play. I think that was garbage time. Caleb Martin, 7 points in garbage time. Dwayne Dedman, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And lastly, Omir, you're 2 rebounds, 2 points. Correction, 2 assists, 2 rounds, 3 assists. The Celtics, however, just about everybody was dialed in for
That
the
part.
majority of their rotation, and then of course even a couple of the garbage time players had a couple of points. Of course, led by Jason Tatum, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 24 points apiece from Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart as he returned from a foot injury, missing
Mm-hmm.
game one. It's evident that he was needed. Marcus Smart, 9 points, correction, 24 points, 24, 14, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 24 points, 3 rebounds. Of correction, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Jason Tatum, we said 27 points. Al Horford, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Grant Williams doing damage, 19 points, 4 rebounds. And Peyton Pritchard, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. As they made the switch from Robert Williams to Grant Williams proved to be a game changer, a difference maker as he came in. The key, if I was to say for me, if I was to sit up and say what was the one word that can sum up last night game, I would say efficiency. As Boston was knocking down shots, making all their plays. Their run, they went on a run in the third quarter. That run was sparked, but it was nothing but layups and dunks. You know, what I'm saying high percentage shots going down, in which they basically took off 9 from 11 shooting from long range. Uh, it was, I mean, the term "clicking on all cylinders" as we use was very relevant and present in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Anthony?
What up, Anthony? Warren, don't be drinking that Jimmy Butler Kool-Aid.
He looked like Jokic on the team with no help. So
I told y'all, man. Y'all the one. Y'all got all hype about Miami winning that first game. I told you it was a whole different game when Smart and whatchamacallit would come back. I told you it'd be a
Smart
totally
and Horford.
different. Or how Al Horford came back.
Mm-hmm.
Told y'all it was gonna be a different game, and it showed last night. Proof is in the pudding. I told y'all that. Now everybody's yeah. Tatum didn't have his Batman and his Robin, because Tatum is of course Superman. He didn't have his Batman or his Robin.
It definitely they made a statement like we here, we ain't going nowhere yet. Someone got to go home. It don't mean it won't be us.
Somebody gotta go home, and it's gonna be them eat. But of course, y'all think of course Trey thinks differently. Smart shutting down Jimmy.
Miami in 6.
I told y'all Jimmy not getting for it. I said that.
So this is what we
I
go.
said
Let's
that,
keep this in
man.
mind. Let's keep this in mind.
I said that.
As
Jimmy
Jimmy
is not
said,
gonna be Jimmy.
he said, I don't go out with the mindset of I'm finna go out here and torch. He says he plays the game, and whatever comes and play in the game is what comes. So he's not necessarily looking to just sit up and just scorch the Nets unless that's what's given to him. He had 29 points. That's not bad.
Trey.
Jimmy
What you won't do.
Jimmy doesn't average
No
40 points
one
a game.
comes out expecting to hit as many points as they hit. No one does that. No
Sure they
one
do.
is. No, they who? No one does.
I'm very
No
sure
one they
I'm
expect.
very sure
No,
Kobe expected to come
no,
out and score
no,
a mix of points. I'm
no,
very sure Jordan came out with the
no.
idea of I'm going to go
They
in.
expect to score some points, but they don't expect to have a night like they had the other night. Like he hit 41. He didn't expect. We're not. He didn't expect to come out and drop 40. You're not
but
gonna say
he's
he
expected
did.
to at minimum come out and score 20. He scored 29. So he
Okay,
didn't
so he
have
did
he
what he
didn't
was
so yeah,
expected.
so he didn't have a bad night.
That part, Anthony. Good question, Anthony. Good question, Anthony. Good question, Anthony.
Again,
Okay. See,
again,
Trey, that's Trey, man.
again,
If y'all, those that's been watching the show
again,
for a minute, y'all know Trey. He gonna come up with
again.
these excuses,
It's
these
not an
reasons
excuse. All I'm
behind.
saying is,
Oh my God.
I don't think when we sit up and say that he was stopped, that he clamped
No,
Jimmy.
no one
I don't
said
think
clamp.
so.
No,
I
no
don't.
one said clamp. All he said was,
He
all
didn't
Anthony
stop him.
said was he didn't hit 40 like he did the other night.
Yeah, he
He didn't
wasn't
say
expected
clamp,
to. He
but
didn't
that
expect
he
it
didn't
to.
say clamp.
The only person that we could expect, like we said, what we had, what we not to expect, but we would thought that would have happened in the case of these playoffs is Luka, because he averages 30 something points a game in the playoffs. So yeah, we could assimilate and think that he's going to go off and get that type of stuff. He doesn't score 30 or more, just like he scored 20 the other night. Again, isn't shabby, but we expected 30 or more because that's what we have gotten used to. He spoiled us and showing us that he can get those clips. So that's all I'm saying. I understand what's going on here. Is Fed talk, like that's what's going on. This code. I'm trying to break the code as I sit here and read what
You're trying to break the
Anthony's.
code.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what saying. What's the what Anthony is trying to tell you, or whatever case like that, in the code of say the Fed talk. Like, okay, this is what he's saying. So
Fed talk, bro.
I have to kind of read through this and figure out. So it looks like, let me see if I can break it. It looks like he's basically saying what they're giving Deshaun Watson, y'all giving Deshaun Watson a 4-game suspension is what y'all
Who said
pushing
that?
for.
Who said that?
No, that's what I'm asking. Is that what
Who you
that is?
asking?
I'm
I don't.
asking. I'm asking you because it looked like
You
that's what
can't be
Anthony is
asking.
trying to tell
I
you
don't know that
in
answer.
the comments.
I can't give you that answer. I'm not. I don't have the insight. I don't have the inside
I
scoop
told
on
you.
that.
I keep telling
I
you
don't have the
these
inside
dudes is
scoop on that.
feds.
I have no idea.
Anthony Price and Bishop
I don't
are
have.
feds, and
Anthony might have the
they
answer,
be
but I don't. I don't.
they be
I'm telling
operating on the show right in front of us, in front of our very eyes.
you.
See, look at him. Look, see, Anthony gonna be real. See, look at him.
Anthony, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. Don't do it,
that's
bro.
that's what.
Don't
So
do it. Don't
Anthony,
fall for it, Anthony. Don't.
I
Don't
understand. I
fall for it,
understand you got.
bro.
I understand you have to keep your cover, and you'll say you're probably
Don't do it, Anthony.
you're probably the director, and
Don't
Anthony's
do
just in
it.
one of your.
Don't let him
So
do you like that, Ant.
that's what's going on.
Ant, don't do
So
it, bro. Don't
watch
let
with
don't let
Anthony when they come back and say Watson got 6. I'm gonna side the hell out of you.
Anthony, don't do it,
I'm
bro.
gonna watch out for Anthony too.
So
I'm
what
gonna
if they
start
come back and
watching.
say
Gonna say
4 or 5? What if they come back and
that's
say
why
4 or 5, Trey?
then I broke the code and I was able to decipher what y'all was talking about. Right.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Uh,
Hmm.
so of course we got it. It'll probably be a short show today because I have to go at 10 o'clock unless Bishop continues on.
Okay.
But it's Golden State, like we said, Golden
Mhm.
State in
Game 2
Dallas.
tonight.
Game 2 tonight.
Hmm.
Do you expect
Same outcome,
anything?
bro.
Same
Same
outcome.
outcome.
Same
Same
outcome.
outcome, bro. I do not see any different. Unlike the Boston, unlike the East Coast game, it's not going to be the same in the West Coast, West Coast
Mm-hmm.
game. I really don't. Now, will Dallas win a game at home? I do. I feel like Dallas probably will get a game, win a game at home.
At home.
I
So
do feel like it's a great possibility of a gentleman sweep by the Warriors, but I do not see Luka and them coming in tonight again in Cali taking a dub. I don't. I feel like it's gonna be the same outcome in my personal opinion. But I mean, it could be different. It could be like Boston come in. I mean, is Dallas missing anyone?
I don't think they are. I don't think they are. No.
That's the big difference between that series and Boston and
It's
the
just
East
Golden
Coast
State
series.
is so deep, man. They're so
That
deep.
that part, and that's the thing. Boston was missing 2 key players, which we saw 2 key players, and they both played last night, and they both were instrumental
And that
to
kind of
getting
like
that dub.
minutes. That kind of like Peppers doesn't. it kind of like minuscules the situation now because it's like, okay, we seen Miami take it on the chin in the beginning and then will their way back to a blowout.
Yeah.
But as you said, at the end of the day, they was missing Horford and
Smart.
Smart, which at the end of the day they gave him 34 points. To
That
that
part.
last night, they gave him 34 points. So
That
it's
part.
like so even if you was to get a smidget of that to where you get 15, 20 points from them a piece, it's those other intangible things that saying the
The defense of
defense and all
Horford.
that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because that like Horford helped in the pick and rolls
That
as
part.
Pritchard was getting torched game one in the pick and rolls. Horford made the difference when he picked up someone that has a bigger body and able to get into the lanes. It's just it kind of it's going. I think it's going. I think it's going to be a hard fought battle in Miami. Um, they did lose PJ Tucker. They are without Kyle Lowry, although it has been
Oh,
stated that per
that's
100.
who Miami's missing. Kyle Lowry. That's right.
Yeah,
What
Kyle
is he
Lowry,
out for? I
hamstring,
forgot. Hamstring.
hamstring.
He been out for a
Yeah,
minute with a hamstring. Well,
he's
we
out
have
with a
talked about.
hamstring.
We've
He's
been
out with
talking
a
about.
hamstring, and additionally, both it's two players that they have currently that are playing with hamstring injuries. That's Gabe Vincent and Strauss. They both
But
have
we
hamstring injuries.
but we know hamstring injuries are different with different people,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
all depends on
And he's been
if
out
it
8 games with
if
his.
right, if it's a pull, if it's a strain, if it's an actual tear, like those three things, you can play with um uh a hamstring strain more
Mm-hmm.
than you can play with a pull or a tear.
Mm-hmm.
A strain is not as bad. A strain is, of course, the least worst of the three. You know what I'm saying? The least. Um, but how long has it been? It feels like Kyle's been out for a minute.
He's been out for I
A
think
whole
8 games.
series, ain't it?
He went out in the how deep did was it game did they go game 7 or game 6 with Philadelphia? Was it game 6? 6 games?
6 games with Philadelphia.
So he's been out since the second game of Philadelphia, I believe. So that's 4 games, 6 games, 6 games at this point.
He's been out for 6 games.
Yeah,
So that's about it. So
six
with
straight
6 games,
games.
so 6 games would equal up to what?
About two,
What,
3 weeks,
3 weeks?
almost
Yeah.
about 3 weeks, and it might be more than that. But I think he went out the second game uh, with the second game in Philly, or he might went out in his in their first round. But yeah, he's been out without him, and I'm very sure they need him.
Yeah. I mean, he could definitely be. He could definitely be an integral part of their.
A change of yeah.
Yeah, because we know he can score. That would definitely help. That would definitely help Jimmy B. That would definitely help Jimmy B. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, to me, again, this goes back to something we spoke about before, Trey. I feel like, to me, when we spoke about Zion Williams,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
Yeah.
he should be able to get some PT, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it ain't a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
I think
But
he
again, I know
tried
how
that.
it is with a hamstring. I do.
I
I
think
do.
you
I
know
do.
what. Now that I think about it, I think he tried that and it
It
wasn't.
got worse.
Yeah, it got worse,
Oh,
and
okay.
they shut
Okay.
him down.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
and then
That makes sense.
and then just going on what Anthony Price said. It's, true, Anthony. Like if you can't let everyone get the swerve on. So if you think about last night
What
with
did
the
he say?
Heat,
Hold on. You both
that
said it
we
last
talked.
week. Warriors let
Yeah,
Luca go off. Who cares? But if you both said it last week, Warriors let Luca go off. Who cares? But another Warrior player stepped up in game one and who slowed down Luca in game. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Trey.
yeah, yeah.
What you saying?
So yeah. So of course, you know what I'm saying, you let them go. You let someone go, but just like last night, you can't let Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and
That part.
Marcus Smart go off. Like
Feel
that's
you.
you can't let
You
everybody
can't
go
win a
off.
game. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't win a
there's
game
no
like
way.
that.
Like you
Yeah,
already know
you can't.
someone's going to go off. In the case of Boston, potentially Tatum and Jaylen Brown, one either or both
Mm-hmm.
could go off. So
Yeah.
that's suspected. But you can't let
both or
Smart.
three. You
You
can't
can't
let
let
three people
Smart
go off.
get
Yes,
24 points. Like you
yeah,
can't like you
that's
can I can even give them letting Jalen get 24 points because that's expected. Like they're a
right.
1-2 punch. But you cannot you don't let
You
Batman,
can't.
Robin, and then you let and then you let Alfred, who done went and went and put on a
This fool
uniform.
said Alfred.
You done let Alfred in the back door too. He don't want to and suited up,
He
and
said, "I
now
want
he's
some
a
of this too. I want some of this
yeah.
too."
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't let them all go off.
That's
Like
facts.
you can't
That's
do that.
facts.
So
You
and
that's
that's
fact.
the
You
same thing.
cannot. That's facts. You cannot. Like you said, you could let whatchamacallit go off because you expect that from him.
Yeah, you
But if
expect
you
to
let
get some
him
points
go
on it.
off, Tatum go off, Horford go off,
Yeah,
Smart go off, come on,
everyone
bro.
going off. It's
You
like
can't.
that's not gonna work.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Hmm.
You're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose if everybody go off. 9 times out of 10, if 3 or 4 people get 20 something points or high 19, or low 20 points, you pretty much gotta. That's almost 100 points.
Especially yeah, exactly, and you're not
Come on,
matching,
bro.
and if you're not matching it, it's not gonna work.
That
That
ain't.
was the problem in with Dallas in Game 1 of the Golden State series.
Mm-hmm.
Luka didn't go off like he does, but he got 20 points. But no one else isn't even in the vicinity. They're like
Right.
nowhere to be
No,
found.
no. What I think the closest
And
person
not to
was
mention,
17. That was
or
Dinwiddie.
probably so.
Dinwiddie had
No,
17.
not Brunson. I think was it
Brunson. It
Brunson
was
or
Brunson. It
Dinwiddie?
was
Yeah.
Brunson. Brunson had
So it's like
17. Dinwiddie had 14.
yeah, yeah. So it's like you know, what I'm saying they're not, and not to mention, even with that, 14 and 17 aren't bad, but
It's not
everyone
enough.
else, the shots is being
It's not
like y'all
enough.
miss shots, y'all miss too
Yeah.
many shots.
Yeah. It's
So
not enough. It's definitely not enough.
so if you don't match one's intensity, then it could go sideways for you. Even if you do, you know, what I'm saying you do, it's not too bad, but it goes sideways. So
Let me ask you this, Trey. Are
yes,
the Heat in trouble now that they took a loss at home heading into Boston?
I won't say I say no. So what I will say is, and it's a little. I mean, of course, it sounds suspect. If if they go back to Boston and lose both games in Boston's, of course, that puts them 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could basically assimilate that it's over for them. I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
just from a 3-1 aspect, because we know we've seen people come back from 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
sidekick, everyone needs a sidekick.
Everybody know
Look,
about Alfred. Alfred is that dude, man. He know all the little
you know
intricate things about Batman.
where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's like yeah. I'm sorry. I had thought about something. I had seen a meme. It's like off top, but I had seen a meme where I was looking at it the other day. It was a video, and it was two dudes sitting there in front of the judge in orange jumpsuits. And so the one dude sitting up there, one dude was just sitting up and looking like he's looking at the camera, but he's like he's looking at the camera, just straight ahead. And the
Mm-hmm.
judge is reading off the
The
what they
verdict.
going what they're going to jail for, because I guess it was arraignment. And so
Mm-hmm.
the other dude who's sitting up there, he's like he said he was listening and he sat there, then he started scratching his chin. He's like, wait, hold up. I'm the only one that's getting charged for drugs. And look, and the judge is like, that's correct. And he saw it's like he said something about bail. So the dude scratched his chin and he looked at his man like, and then the dude and then after so his man was looking straight ahead at the camera like this. And so when the dude he started like shaking his head, and then you see his man put his head down, and what the caption said, when you realize your
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 boy
boy
done snitched
just
on you.
snitched. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that meme. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I
So that
saw that
just made me
meme.
think about Alfred and
Yeah.
knowing where the body's
Yeah.
buried. Like I don't know sometimes.
Yeah. I
But
saw that meme. I don't know, man. To answer my own question, yeah, definitely. That's why Bishop can talk
Anthony,
cold, Trey talking nonsense. You really see he's stealing, and he's stealing a game in Houston. I mean, game in Boston.
yeah, I think it's
I
possible.
think the Heat can probably get one. They can't. Well, so put it like this: even everybody, even all the analysts on all the sports networks and sports shows are saying that the Heat can definitely go home and win a game, or go on the road
In
and win a
Boston.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the thing is, they can do it. It's possible. Will they do it? Is the question. And for Boston to give the Heat a thrashing on their own court like they did, which is not unheard of, because we've seen it throughout this whole playoff series. People getting thrashing on their own court. on other people's court. Like we've seen it throughout the whole entire series. Some serious thrashings. You sometimes you scratching your head. Good Lord, you made the playoffs and you getting thrashed like that. Um, but like Trey said, it's definitely a possibility for the Heat to go to Boston and get a win. Will it be difficult? Yes, very, very difficult, especially with Horford and Smart back. Definitely difficult. But for whatever reason, knock on wood, God forbid that
And they didn't.
Horford or
Now they
Smart,
currently lost 2.
right? God forbid Horford or Smart goes down, then it's a different game again. Like we said, I don't know how Horford or Smart is feeling because I know initially yesterday when we got off the air tray, it wasn't even initially they wasn't
Yeah,
saying Horford wasn't even supposed to play. Smart was. They had already said Smart was playing, but Horford was
yeah, he
questionable.
was. He was
He was
down. Well,
questionable.
Smart. Yeah, Smart was questionable, and Horford was doubtful.
Doubtful.
So
There
that
you go.
yes. So it's like
Doubtful.
okay,
Yeah.
but then you turn around, it's like hold up, bro. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I didn't like y'all. For one, y'all didn't report why he was in protocol, but then he just ups and jumps and comes back in, and here he is. Like
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
and
But I
and that's
mean,
the thing. And so with that game last night, and Smart is out because of an injury, right? He's
foot.
foot. That's right, his foot.
Yeah, foot.
So
Miles foot sprain.
right, foot sprain. That's it. So what we have to see is today is because they play again. What Sunday, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. They play on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay, so what we have to see is how well or how Smart foot is holding up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to think now, okay, if his foot is good, if his foot is hurting him in any way, form, or fashion, do you hold him out for game 3 at home and bring him back for game 4? Or do you play him for game 3 and maybe possibly hold him out for game 4 and hope to bring him back for game 5 in Miami? So I don't know, man. It's definitely, like we said, it's definitely gonna be a good series. It's just about, who's gonna come out on top.
Uh, so of course we both have Dallas. I mean, Golden State in the series for tonight. Like I
Mhm.
said, probably a hour show. So switching into NFL, we can get to a couple of topics in NFL. First and foremost, Brian Leftwich. We talked about this earlier in a couple of months ago when we talked about the NFL's diversity uh,
Mhm.
conference or committee or conference, I guess you could say. So
Mhm.
what's interesting is Byron Leftwich and Eric Bieniemy are attendees to this conference. So, in my opinion, I look at it as you should be affording, like it was made to afford the opportunity for one person that was up potentially up for a head coaching position in within your organization, and one who was up for an executive position within your organization, which comes out to be 64 people total because it's two from each NFL team.
Mhm.
Tell me if you think I'm wrong, Bishop, or am I going around the wrong way of thinking about it? But should Myron Leftwich and Bieniemy be there? Like they've been touted for years as to potentially be coming up on a coaching job.
Yeah, right. Mhm. Mhm.
That I don't think that changes because they're at this diversity thing. I think they're eating up, in my opinion, they're eating just like the dude talked about J. Cole. They're eating up a position for someone else to be have opportunity. Y'all been in the fray. Y'all been in the fray for a long time. It's unfortunate you haven't got that position yet, but you've been around a long time. I
Mhm.
don't think that changes for them, particularly going to this diversity council with the other coaches. Like everyone knows Byron Leftwich, everyone knows Eric Bieniemy. They
Mhm.
know we heard the talks. They've been around they've interviewed for a plethora of jobs over the course of the last 5 years at minimum. I don't think they should have been the ones that got the opportunity to go. I mean, I'm very sure they can probably benefit from it, but I think the benefit in which they get is a lot lesser than where it could have been someone else in the Tampa Bay organization or the Kansas City organization, unless they're the only two African American or minority or female individual coaches that are in the organization.
Mm.
So I just think that that's like a yeah
Yeah.
I just think they it was they them particularly didn't need to.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that's that.
It almost feels as is if it almost is to play anti-advocate to it. It almost feels like them getting a job next year is going to be a premise to say the diversity thing worked because it's
Mm.
like they didn't get it and then they went and now they're head coaches, in which I don't think they particularly needed it.
Yeah. So for me, man, I feel like hold on. What Leftwich had a chance in Jacksonville, but he wasted a lot of control. He wanted a lot of control.
Mm.
What do you mean? He had a chance to what, to be a head coach? Is it what
She's
he?
probably talking about this year because remember he interviewed and everyone.
Mhm.
I honestly thought it was a lockdown job for him, but Dougie P came swooped in, and
Mm-hmm.
and it could
No,
be maybe the simple fact like we discussed before. Dougie P is a quarterback whisperer ever since, correct?
right, right. He
And they
played
have a new
quarterback. He
quarterback.
played. He was a former quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day as well. And yeah,
Hmm.
so he is a quarterback coach type player
And
coach.
Brian
So
Leftwich, you know, what I'm saying yes, same
which is a
thing, but
quarterback. He
yeah,
played
but
quarterback
he
too.
has been like we haven't seen him with the like what did he do with Jameis Winston in a sense? Now he has his last couple of years of his success has been with Tom Brady. So
Right.
Jameis
Which
Winston
ain't a
has
whole. Which is that really saying a lot about Leftwich being
yeah,
that he's working with
that's
Tom
what I was
Brady,
about to say.
because
That's what
Tom
I was
Brady
about to
was
say.
Tom Brady before he
Yeah,
came
yeah,
to
yeah.
Leftwich.
That's what I was about to say. So, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I was about to say, what did he, like we said, what did he do with Jameis? Although Jameis did have 30
30
touchdowns,
touchdowns. He did have 30 interceptions
he
too.
also had 30 interceptions.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you look at that, I can understand maybe going a different route, and it'd be those type of things in which I look at when we have the conversation when we talk about the diversities and stuff with the coaches and all that type of stuff. It's like at the end of the day, some of it, I'm sure. I mean, I would be foolish to say that there's no disparity in the situation or when you come to a minority coach in this aspect. But I do think that there is something to be taken when we're talking about hiring. Like, do you make, do you possess all the skills? And when you put people up against other people, then sometimes you're lacking in certain things. And then it's just a look at what we're more so looking for. We have a young quarterback
Mm-hmm.
and we need to be able to mold this young quarterback. So maybe Doug Peterson was a better fit than Brian Leftwich in that
But as a
situation.
coach, right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. I think somewhere down the line, Bull Leftwich will fall into
Oh,
a coaching position.
he's definitely
So,
deserving of a coach. Though, not to say no one else is like Chris Paul.
right.
He's definitely deserving. If anyone, like he's been, I think he's deserving. Especially when you look at some people who have gotten coaches opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leftwich is deserving of that.
Absolutely, I do feel like he is definitely undeserving, and I think that opportunity will present itself here in the near future, especially if he, excuse me, continues to do well out there in Tampa Bay. Again, all it's doing, being that he's coaching, being he's offensive coordinator, excuse me, for Tampa Bay with the GOAT. All that's doing is boosting his resume. You know what I'm saying? So as long as Tom is out there making him look good, it'll be beneficial for him in the near future, I think.
Hmm. So quarterbacks. I mean, not quarterbacks, running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the era of elite running backs has come to an end? We have Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, CMC, and who else can we consider an elite running back? I mean, would I
You have
say
to put
Dalvin
a.
Cook?
You didn't say
Uh,
Dalvin Cook.
no,
You didn't
it's
say Dalvin Cook.
maybe not even Dalvin Cook. Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put him in there.
I was
I'm
good
being
with
honest.
I was good with
No,
staying with
I'm being
Dalvin Cook.
completely
Oh,
honest.
really?
No,
You,
he wouldn't.
you,
No, he
you
didn't
think
do no better than the
he's never?
backup.
You
The
think he's
backup
never
did
been
better
elite?
than him.
So would you say that Elliott has ever been elite?
I'm gonna be honest. To me, Elliott was overrated coming out of Ohio State,
Ooh,
in my
okay.
personal opinion. And that's nothing. That's not knocking
That's
Dallas.
no knock or
That,
anything like that. Yeah,
nah,
it's
that's not
just
knocking Dallas. I think
what you
he's
seen in him.
overrated. Yeah, I really felt like he was overrated coming out of Ohio State. In my personal opinion, I felt like
Especially
he was overrated.
amongst those names I just named, it's like
Mhm. Yeah,
he would
he's
be
not.
the
He's
he would be the lower tier in those
definitely,
names.
definitely.
And
Like
I can see
I
why
would
you'd be
pick
like I would
Dalvin
have
Cook.
at Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I
Right,
can see.
I would pick Dalvin Cook before I pick Ezekiel Elliott.
So going back to that question, do you think the era of the elite back is over? or the star
I don't
back is over.
I don't think it's over. I think it's on the back burner right now. It is
Hmm.
because right now we don't have any outside of the ones in which you just mentioned. We
Hmm.
don't have any backs that are out there just dominating the game outside of the ones in which you mentioned. So I
Taylor
think it's
maybe Taylor I think is up and coming.
yeah,
If we can
but
mention Henry, I think Taylor we can sit up and say
right.
Taylor as well.
I give
Yeah,
you Taylor too. I thought you was gonna name him initially, but yeah. But
I
other
don't know
than
if
that,
he's a star yet, but I think he's definitely up and
but
coming.
when you look at it, that's a handful though, Trey. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
very
a handful out of 32
35.
teams.
Yeah, out of
Yeah,
32
out of
teams. Not
32
to
teams.
mention
Yeah,
that they
come
all
on, bro.
have one or more than one running back on
Right.
their roster. Yeah.
Right. So, is it a decline? Yes, I do agree. I do feel like it's a decline. Um, can it get back to what it used to be? Of course, but we
You
got to
think
see
so?
what some. It depends. Right now we can't name probably one running back that's really killing it in that's coming up in the NCAA this upcoming season, and that's the problem. It's in a
It's a
serious
passing
decline
league.
because we
Yeah.
don't have no running backs that all the sportscasters and analysts are even talking about. They're talking about this class of quarterbacks again. Last year was a weak class of quarterbacks. Yet the next biggest thing was what wide receivers and defense. They
Hmm.
wasn't talking about running backs. They were talking about wide receivers and defense. This year is the year of the quarterback because we got about 4 to 5 quarterbacks that are coming out. That's possibly coming out after this upcoming college season. You don't hear one name of a running back that people are raving about right now. At least I haven't. I haven't. There may be a couple of mentions here and there, but no one's just really like when Zeke was there,
Hmm.
like when Alvin Kamara, like Dalvin Cook. We knew about Dalvin before he came when he was out in Georgia. We knew about Dalvin before he came. We not the Derrick Henrys. Everybody had their eyes and ears open for those running backs. Right now, nobody can even really say off the top of their head who's the running back that could even be considered in a Heisman candidate coming up. Right off the top of their head, you probably could research somebody and say, "Oh yeah, this guy may be a possible Heisman potential." But right off the top of your head, no. But as far as quarterbacks, oh yeah, we got Rattler, we got boy that's over there at USC, we got um um uh who's the other cat? We got
Oh, Bryce Young
Bryce
from
Young.
Alabama.
I'm like, come on, man.
The
It's
dude from Georgia.
Georgia. Like, it's so many quarterbacks, but you can't name like one running back. Like, not one. I think it's more running backs not lasting because the ground and pound that takes a lot of true. But that I mean, has that changed though at all, Anthony Price? The ground and pound has been the same for years. I don't feel like it's. I don't feel. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning. I didn't even see you. Good morning. Good morning. I don't feel like the ground and pound has changed that much, in my opinion, in regards to different in different eras. Yes, backs are bigger. Backs are guys are being a little bit faster and stuff like that. But we know it's an air out game now. It's about what you can do down the field with airing the ball out, and that's what all these teams are doing. College wise as well as NFL wise.
Hmm.
And right now, I think this is or this era, excuse me. I think the biggest thing right now is the transitioning to not necessarily ground and pound, but a complete all around back, a CMC type back, where you can catch the ball out the backfield, where you can do everything coming out the backfield, not just be able to run, but be able to catch it and be able to make moves and make things happen in the backfield.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I totally feel like that the ground and pound is not so necessarily just done with. It's just it is what it is. Um, we it's been a minute since we've seen ground and pound football in a while. I know the Tennessee Titans are trying or doing that with Derrick Henry because we know he's probably the most powerful back in the NFL and the most punishing back. Um, but we'll see, man. We will definitely see. Unfortunately, Trey had to leave his work calls for him, so he had to briefly head out. So yeah, I have you, boy. Bishop, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got your boy the GOAT. So my question for y'all, man, what are y'all most looking forward to at this upcoming NFL or even college season? I know I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Brett Venables is bringing to the Oklahoma Sooner camp. I can't wait until they've already had a few preseason games, or not preseason, but I think ours is the crimson and white game and stuff like that. You know, we had when you play against you scrimmage your own team. I had an opportunity to look at that a couple of weeks ago. It's almost about a month ago actually, and I was able to look at that, and we're not looking bad. There's some areas in which we need to focus on. But what is it that y'all are looking forward to the most when it comes to the football season? I'm not gonna say just college or NFL, just football season in general. You know, because I know a lot of y'all are big football fans like ourselves. Not knocking anybody who's a huge football or baseball, basketball, or any type of fan either. But I'm just saying, um, those are some major things in which I'm looking forward to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait. This is the worst part of the year for me, man, because there's no football. I can't watch college. I can't watch NFL. It's just like, golly, man, can I get some type of football? And I know the XFL is going on currently. Um, no, I didn't hear about the XFL deal. What's the XFL deal, Anthony? I haven't heard about that. Honestly, I have not. Um, I haven't even checked the XFL game, to be honest with you, and I should. I need to look at some NFL. I do need to. I appreciate you, Freddie. I appreciate you. I do need to check out some XFL games. The last couple of weekends I've just been busy and haven't had an opportunity. And I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually forgot that the XFL is actually going on. So I forget about it when the weekend comes, and then when come Monday for the show, I'll be like, oh man, I missed another XFL game. So I definitely need to. They agree with a deal with Disney. What? How's the XFL and Disney? What we talk about, like the channel Disney is going like what broadcast games or something? Talk to me, Anthony, because what that this Disney getting their hand in everything. Disney Plus, they getting their hand in everything. They getting their hands in everything. Wow, I didn't hear about that one. But I mean that's not a bad look for Disney, I guess. We looking to see what's gonna happen. Look on the Rock IG page. Well, we know, yeah, you talking about, yeah. I'm gonna check out. I'll definitely check that out and see what's up. Eagles wide receiver Watkins love trade from AJ Brown. My role is not going to change. I'm going to continue to do what I do. So Quez Watkins of the Philadelphia Eagles is has mentioned about AJ Brown coming over to the Eagles. I'm sure he feels as though his production may be limited because AJ Brown is now over there with the Eagles. Because we know with AJ Brown coming over to Philly, 9 times out of 10, AJ Brown is going to be the number one, and then Devontae Smith is probably going to be the number two, and then we're going to figure out who the three is and so forth and so on. Because we still got Jalen Rigger, Quez Watkins, a few others. So, but Quez says he loved that AJ Brown is coming over, but it's not going to change his role, and he's going to continue to do what he do. I pray that Quez Watkins it's a breakout season for him. I do, because we had high expectations when we drafted him a few years back, and he hasn't really panned out as we expected. But hopefully, with AJ over there and Smith, maybe now you're looking at defenses double teaming both Smith and or trying to double team AJ, and it may be a possibility for Quez to get open downfield and able to catch a few passes to be able to make some things happen and be instrumental to the Philadelphia's offense. We'll see. We will definitely see. Only time will tell. But definitely looking forward to that. I don't know if y'all heard the news about Aaron Rodgers. So the Packers coach Tom Clements, Aaron Rodgers doesn't need reps at this time of year. So we know Aaron Rodgers is deep into his career as a Green Bay Packer and as a quarterback. And certain veterans get a certain type of privilege. And when I say privilege, they don't they OTAs and things like that. Them reporting to camp, they get leniency because of the fact that they're veterans. And of course, we know he's a 2-time MVP, and things like or 3-time MVP, I think. But he just won MVP again this past season. So how do y'all feel? Don't matter. Hurts going to lead the team in rushing and maybe 3,000 yards. He's not going to lead the team in rushing, Anthony, because of the fact we do have Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is going to do his due diligence to ensure um, that he gets his due yards, as long as and the thing about it, right? The thing about Miles Sanders in the Philadelphia Eagles offense is that the coach in which we have, he's a wide receiver coach. He's a passing coach. So he chooses to pass the ball more than he chooses to run the ball. And that was what made me so upset with him in the Eagles organization last year, because this guy, if you're a true coach, you have to establish a run game to be able to open up your passing game. And for whatever reason, he chose to do more passes and not establish a run game. Therefore, teams knew that they didn't have to worry about the run because we were coming out passing the ball pretty much every down. So all you had to do is put everybody in defensively. All you had to do is put people in the zone or man them up if you had the personnel to be able to man up, and leave it at that. And that was ways that they were able to defeat us. So if we're able to establish a run game with Miles Sanders, I guarantee it'll take a lot of pressure off of Jalen. Jalen won't have to run the ball as much as you claim he'll have to run the ball, Anthony, and we could be more productive. And now with a part of me feels a certain type of way because we did pick up AJ Brown, which means again now this our coach is even more subject to throw the ball even more now that we got AJ Brown. So it kind of in a way worries me. I'm not gonna lie, it worries me a lot because of the fact that now, being that we picked up another wide receiver threat, he's even more gonna throw the ball than he did the previous season, which again would be crazy when we got a running back like we have in Miles Sanders. There's no reason why we should not be. Miles Sanders should be at least getting anywhere from 20 to 25 touches a game. Miles, there was some games Miles barely got 10, if that. There's no way that he should not get at least 20 to 25 touches, in my opinion. There's no way. No way, bro. I get it. We got a receiving core now and all of that, but you have to allow the run game to establish what it is we're trying to do. And if you don't, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, and hopefully, we'll figure it out. But right now, I don't know, man. I'm so a part of me didn't want our I'm trying to think of his name. I don't know why I can't think of his name. I can't remember his name because he pissed me off so bad last season for not running the ball, man. He pissed me off so bad last season, and I felt like I'd rather have Dougie P than who we have now. I really would. I really would. I'd rather have Dougie P than who we have now, because this dude, man, he's so pass heavy. And there's more to the game than just passing the ball. I get it. I just stated that it is a passing league now, but come on, man. Come on, man. Like, we need to be able to run the ball. And if we're not, then what you setting yourself up for failure. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to find yourself out the org. I truly believe that, man. I truly believe that. But we'll see. We'll see. Come on, football season, man. These days, these last few months, should I say, not days, because we got more than days. These last few months, it's gonna take forever for us to get to football. But I'm glad college starts first, so we're closer to football than we think because college starts for late August. Late August, I want to say one of the first games of college football will start off, so that's good. Um, yeah, Nick Sirianni, that's his name. Golly, that dude, he is just yeah, he's not the dude for us. In my opinion, he's not that dude at all. But hopefully somebody talked to him this offseason, maybe the team, maybe the running backs coach, the staff. Somebody told him, hey man, we need to run the ball more. You want to see, and I want to see how Sauce Q cornerback's going to be hope. What? I want to see how Sauce cornerback going to be hope not overranked. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see. I hope so too. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. A lot of things gonna tell whether or not we're gonna be that team, or if he's gonna be that guy. If he's gonna be that guy, we're gonna see. Time will tell. Hopefully, we get to see what he does in the off or preseason. Preseason. I think we only got 3 preseason games this season. Again, like we did last year, 3 preseason games. So definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, I think 3 preseason games. So looking forward to that. Definitely. But yeah. Oh wow. Oh, I gotta go. All right. So okay, yeah. He's facing a lot of AFC top robbers. He is. Sauce is, and we're gonna see what he can do. We're gonna see what he can do. He, they say he got that sauce. They say his name is that for a reason. We're gonna see if he got that sauce, or is he gonna be sauce for these wide receivers? Yeah, time will tell, and we will definitely see here in the near future, man. We'll definitely see in the near future. But unfortunately, looks like I gotta go too. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. We're sorry we're gonna cut the show short today. Some things have come up for both of us. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching First Formation, man. Again, without y'all, First Formation isn't anything. We appreciate the Anthony Prices, the Freddies, all of y'all that tune in on a daily basis. It is so we are so thankful for y'all, man. It makes it, our job even easier to have y'all come on here and leave comments, concerns, gripes, jokes, all of that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it. With that being said, man, be sure to enjoy y'all Friday. Be safe. As you can see, I still have my lupus backsplash in the background. I am a lupus warrior myself. I appreciate y'all. If y'all have an opportunity to support lupus patients, please do so, because we still need that support. With that, I hope y'all enjoy. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the series of basketball that we have. These next 2 games, we got a huge game tonight. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm definitely picking Golden State for tonight's game, and I'm definitely picking Boston for game 3 in Boston on Saturday. We will definitely be talking about those 2 games on Monday. I think. Oh, and then that means Golden State is playing Sunday too. Then probably. Okay. So yeah, we'll be talking about all those games on Sunday and much more. So y'all be sure to tune in Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours, and for you civilian personnel, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all on Monday. Enjoy. I'll holler back at y'all. Row 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated. Y'all be blessed. Fall out. Peace.